Okay, guys, should be back, and hopefully we have some mic action for you now. Okay, guys, should be back, and hopefully we have some mic action for you now. Okay, so mic's working. Battlecat, I will get you a invite. Just 1 second. Let me get back. And composed. Sorry guys about this. Obviously missing lots of laps there, but what can we do? As I said, I do apologise for the comms issues for this very important Tier 1 race at Inters Racing League. Currently on board now with Prince, and he's on a hot lap. It looks like it's stopped raining, but the track certainly hasn't dried out completely. But Prince is out on those soft tires. Everyone else will be looking at this to see if he improves as he heads down into the final sector. Coming up to turn it is actually turn 19 and 20. And he's pulled in, so he's just out for a tester to see. He obviously wasn't happy with those softs, so maybe just out for a siding lap there for Prince. And I'm going to try and invite Battlecat into IRL comms party. See if we can find the Battlecat. So Battlecat just sent you that invite there now, so hopefully you'll be able to join me pretty soon. So just I'm a noobs now, put it into P2, another one we've missed. Verk now on his outlet, so he's just out warming up the tires. Who else is on an outlet? Aussie Tugo also on a outlet. Here from Aussie. So let's have a look. So here's the fastest sector times. And Marty B has joined me. Hey Marty, how are you? Yeah, just a little. I think you could be on air, bro. Could be on air. So. Yeah, I think it's just first time I've signed into the IRL account on this PlayStation, so I hadn't shared my voice and all that stuff. I wasn't expecting to be lead comms today, so it caught by surprise. So then jumping around, switching a loud voice on and whatnot, so then it wouldn't play. So I've switched over to, we're on an OBS stream now, and it all seems to be working fine and dandy. So I'm really glad you've jumped in here and saved me. So the boys are out on a damp track at the moment, but someone else is around. Who was that? I think it might have been Gillard was around in the bus stop, or not in the bus stop, sorry, the first chicane after Radion and the Camel Straight. Yeah, it looked like. Yeah. Maria, you was out of the session at the start. I'm not sure if Marcus Costa had done some laps, so looks like he's DSQ'd. Possibly that pit lane glitch where if you're coming slow out of the pit lane, and it can DSQ you if you're coming extra slow and not stopped. Sometimes it accuse you of stopping in the pit lane, but Scotty's now started his flying lap as the time has almost ticked down. There's only 22 seconds left of qualifying, and Dulles has now put it up into P1. Yeah. Not that I picked up on, other than me scrambling around looking for, looking to get things connected up. But yeah, we're as I say, we're looking good now. Just on board at the moment with Prince as he comes around for his last flying lap, and he's coming to the end of sector 2 here. We'll see what his split times look like. Yes. Yes, 8.8, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what he does. And KLX pops into P1, and Prince can yeah, Prince P3, and Gillard goes P2. Up the Haas. Oh, wow. Get the Ferrari boys in there, eh? Yeah, I've got the app running, so it's all good. But we'll just go through the sections. We'll just go through all the results just in case there's any glitches with the app. And I know Scotty's also recording the dump file just in case. Best we back all these things up. But interesting to see there. Leo's fastest in sector 1. With the AlphaTauris being faster in sector 2 and 3. But yeah, I just can't believe how fast KLX has got on this game, and compared to the last one, right? Yeah. Yeah, even me with my skill issues down in the lower tiers, I'm even going no traction now myself shortly. So still racing when it comes to the racing. I'm still using medium traction, but practicing fearlessly with zero traction in the game. So. Yeah, that's crazy, mate. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I think these guys are, and even the likes of Prince here in tier 1. I think they're turning before the turn. Before anyone else is turning, these guys are already reacting before they've got into the corner. But anyway, we're at 5 lights and they're out, and Leo leads them away. No, they're all going pretty solid, mate. Great driving. I think it was one of the Alfa Romeos, possibly Lorenzo wide on turn one, but I didn't see any contact there. But KLX is running down the road, gapping Leo already, and quite surprisingly, Princess hasn't got the best start and has dropped back a few positions. Yeah, yes. It was G Leo. So Leo started in pole. It was KLX P2 and Prince in P3. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And Marcus Costa was on a charge, and yeah, I didn't catch where he went off. I'd just seen prior to that he was up six positions, starting at the back because he DSQ'd. But yeah, I didn't see where he's come a cropper. I did not catch. On the softs, yeah, definitely. But it's saying that I had the medium tires on for 18 laps the other night, and they finished in the 70% range. As we know, in this game, they drop off at the 25% mark and then drop off again at the 50% mark. So fresh tires really are king in this game. But you can make them last, and playing around with the bright belts can assist in doing that. No, we've missed that. Comes, yeah, disappeared. So, yeah, and KLX is back in the DRS zone of Leo, or thereabouts. So, as I tell you, what's really horrible on this game is the delta on their safe, on their safety cars, and we're back racing. So yeah, he's dropped what 3.7 seconds there to the leaders, so not bad considering he's on that hard tire versus the soft tire of KLX. So, I suspect we'll see Prince coming back into this later on in the race. So interesting to see. I'm a noob is the fastest driver on track at the moment. He's been away for a couple of weeks, and has just got back into the Haas garages there as he opens the rear wing and tries to chase down Crispy in that Ferrari. Haas versus Ferrari will be a battle to the end. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's getting a few lag issues there, but hopefully not affecting. Yeah. All right. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I was just on board. I was just on board, and we were on board with him as we went up Eau Rouge, and we were twitching up Eau Rouge there. Tweaking hard. I can do. Let's bring that up. It's on stream there now. So, let's have a look what we're at. He's not sharing his data. He's not sharing his data. He's been a sneaky boy and not sharing his data. But maybe I knew that. Maybe not. Maybe we knew we could show it. Yeah. I love having the stream playing beside me, especially if the likes of yourself or Broseph are calling the race. It's always entertaining, but you can pick up tips from the stream and what others are doing strategy wise, and if there's been an accident a few corners ahead. All depends on the delay, of course, in the stream. But Gillard is another driver having a great season in this game and a great season for Haas. Gillard now in P4 on the medium tyre. Has got just over half a second on Prince. So he's doing quite well there at the moment in the medium tyre. Yeah, yeah. Miller, he's DNF'd. No, no, and as you see, some of these soft runners now jumping into the pits, um, and that's Crispy's been in the pits and he's had a regular pit stop of a 2.2 seconds there. So, great stuff from him and the Ferrari crew. On point. Yeah, they're looking to get the hard on to go long. But I'm guessing he's missed the pit lane. Looks like I'm an oops now the net leader, right? He's first on first. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so massive. Yeah, so massive in this game. I think, my future strategy is any safety car now. Just get fresh tires on. It's got. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen JJE around the traps, but I am liking his helmet. He's got the right colours there on his helmet. He's supporting orange, green, and white, a notorious flag around the world. So maybe we'll find out a little bit more about JGE later on. But the Irish should be Irish proud, flying those colours. Yeah, by the looks of it, something I use all the time myself, out on track. I always, whatever design my helmet is, it'll always be the tricolour of Ireland. So, green for the Catholics, white for peace, and a orange or gold for a Protestant. So it's peace between Catholic and Protestants. Is the Irish flag. So that's the meaning behind it. But anyway, back to the racing. Yeah, Irish born, and I missed out on the education bit, but moved over here in 2002 originally. Yeah, quite. I came here on a working holiday actually, and I've never made it home, other than not a few holidays. But yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm on with Duels. Yeah. Yeah. I'm on with Duels as he chases down a KLX. Be interesting. Let's have a look. See what the KLX's tires are quickly there, and his rears are on the 55%. So those softs, yeah, KLX's. Yeah, he's hoping for a safety car or a virtual at this stage. Compared to, yeah, and compared to Duels behind him, is on a 41% there on the medium tires. Um, Yeah, so that's what a 10% advantage, but those mediums will stay fresher for longer, obviously. So mediums, as I said, I pushed them for 18 laps. Just a horrible race that I had. I got a drive through off the start and then wing damage on lap one. So I had to pit twice, or basically pit on lap one, and then a drive through on lap two, and then I had another. So I went to softs on lap two, and then had a safety car where I went from mediums on lap five till the end. So, but brought it home in P7, which wasn't bad. Those mediums definitely be coming into play now for Prince within the next couple of laps. Um, yeah, 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 and it's not like Lorenz Bros tires are old at this stage. They're 9 lap mediums, but those that tire advantage again with the three lap hards in the last game, it wouldn't have been that much of an easy move for Imanube there. But just that fresh tire compound coming into play again. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So uh, where's softs? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's just pitted at the right time there before, so the timing was right for him when that it was only a virtual safety car, right, that he pitted under. Yeah, so, just using that fresh compound. We seen Marcus do it here last week. Looks like a crazy move. He was leading the race and pitted for a fresh set of tires and dropped back, I think, to P8 and then drove it to the win here in Tier 1. So, um, some great racing from him last week. He'd be kicking the PlayStation up and down the hallway maybe tonight after DNFing so early. But yeah, it's been. So I've got another sound issue here. So apparently the game sound is not on. So if you can keep chatting away there. I've got another sound issue here. So apparently the game sound is not on. So if you can keep chatting away there. Another sound issue here. So
out, but we've got who at the back there? We've got, I think, Mercedes and Brian Bromley in the Aston Martin at the back as well, just coming through the bus stop chicane. So a little bit behind those boys are Aussie on the soft. We've got Verk and the Verkmick on the soft, Lorenzbro as well, but fresh meds it is for Prince, and I'm a noob. And this is unfortunate for I'm a noob because that 3-second penalty could now start to hurt him as the pack bunches up. How are you going with the sound there, bro?
Yeah, just got it back there now. So
nice one.
Unfortunately, you've been chatting away to nobody, or
for the whole race.
For the whole race so far, yeah. The in-game sound wasn't working at all, but sorry about that. But look at I'm a noob. But at least, mate, you've made me laugh a couple of times. At least.
Cool. That's awesome. So, how has that happened then?
That's an OBS issue. So me jumping, I couldn't get the sound to work through the PlayStation at all earlier on. So then I jumped across to OBS. And then OBS has only been putting out my microphone. But anyway, sorry about that.
Maybe I could just record my footage and upload it and then share the link and people can check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they still can't hear me, huh?
Oh, they can hear you now.
Oh, hello everybody.
Marty B is
It's your old
here.
mate Marty B in the house. 14 laps into the race, we've got ourselves a safety car, and I've been yakking away to nobody, and I bet it sounded a bit strange with just a one-sided conversation, eh?
Yeah, and,
But
and,
anyway,
and no game sound, so a bit of a shocker here from myself. But that's nothing unusual. For those of you that tune in, I often to various Australian Racing League. You'll often see me making mistakes in the comms box, but look at G-Force. G-Force has managed to pit under this safety car and stop. I'm a noob, and he's a drive from I guess mid pack. I'm a noob's come up from after he's pit stop. And I'm a noob has also pitted again there for a fresh set of mediums, which we have all missed. But who do you fancy being on board with for the restart of this race?
oh, for the restart. Ooh, who do I reckon? But this is the second lap under safety car, as this track is about 500 kilometres long and is the longest safety car period you will ever see in your life, and it's very, very painful, and your tyres cool down quite a lot. But I reckon should we just sit with I'm a Noob in P3 and just see how much of a jump these guys get up the front. Of course, I'm super, super proud to see G-Force up there in P1 in the Ferrari under the beautiful sunshine here in Belgium. But I reckon we sit P3. What do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely. Me being a Haas boy, and I'm happy to watch I'm a Noob restart this race and see how he gets those mediums up to temp, and can he hold off a Prince from behind to bring some more points for the Haas team. We've had a good weekend on the points so far. So currently leading the overall constructors title, and I think we should. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to finish that sentence. Yeah, I'm not going to finish that sentence. But
I don't know. Prince in P4. I've actually heard through the grapevine Prince does best when he's behind, so he likes coming from behind. is what I've actually heard. So P4 safety car in this lap down through the two right-handers onto Blanchimont. Now they'll be backing this up, and that's how Prince likes it, backing up into him if they can. Lorenzbro behind as well, the Verk, Merck and Gillard, Scotty, Aussie, Extinct, top 10. So mixed tyres now, late safety car, of course, lap 15. We are 7 to go after this one. And it's going to be great to see what actually happens and whether those soft tyres do start dropping off by about lap 20, maybe the meds. Maybe Amanub and Prince could be sitting pretty. You just don't know what could happen around here in Belgium. So they're going to back it up, and they're going to keep those tyres nice and warm. So we're going to go with the Haas of I'm a Noob through the shadows of the trees down towards the bus stop chicane. G-Force is hanging on. He is going to back it up and back it up and back it up, and it looks awfully like he might be gone. He is gone, and it is green. We are racing again. A great jump there from KLX down the straight. They're already spread out by half a second. That penalty of I'm a Noob hopefully does not hinder his race progress as the flag falls. But lap 16, let's go racing towards Eau Rouge. Fantastic drive there for KLX and G-Force out of La Source. And they are looking pretty good so far. I can't see any dramas on track. Sparks flying from the rear of the Haas of Armanub up through Eau Rouge onto, of course, the Kemmel Straight. Now, where are the battles? Who are you still sitting on board with?
I've just been watching I'm a Noob and KLX, the guys here at the front of the pack. So yeah, Prince now behind I'm a Noob. I didn't realise I'm a Noob had picked up a 3-second penalty.
KLX gets a 3-second too, mate.
Yeah.
That's a 3-second for KLX. That is multiple warnings. That is 2 warnings and a penalty for him. Man, that is not going to be great. 3 seconds puts him down now to about P7, I think. Yeah. That will put him into P7 behind Gillard if the race was to finish as it sits now, but they will spread themselves out a wee bit further. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'd love to see how many warnings, G-Force in the Ferrari at the front has had, but I know he's a pretty clean driver. at the stage. Crispy, his teammate, down on P12. An unfortunate moment there for Crispy during the top of the mountain, the top of the hill there somewhere. I think Lacombs. Crispy came a guts, and that has put a dampener on his race, much like a dampener on the qualifying session that we had in the wet. But
yeah,
not looking too bad so far.
So just opening another app here so I can find out who's got what kind of warnings for you.
There's been a huge moment coming towards the bus stop chicane in the pit lane. I'm not even sure what's happened there, but there has been four cars in the pit lane. That's been an incident.
Yep.
That looks like the Mercedes of Nick Thompson, Brian Bromley in the Aston Martin. There's going to be some wing changes going on here.
Yeah, and you can see Aussie's picked up 10 seconds there in penalties. Whatever's happened out there on track, I'm sure we'll hear about it in the
stewards room. Aussie 2K is missing a wing.
Yep.
There is a new wing going on that Williams. Same with, I think, Extinct Body, who may have a penalty. There may have been some penalties to serve there.
Yep. So
that was dodgy.
Yeah.
That was sketchy. I didn't exactly see it, but there was 4 cars down the bottom of the field there that all got mashed together in the bus stop chicane, and it is a safety car.
I didn't pick up on that either. There, yeah. So another safety cars. So those guys running on the softs now be rubbing their hands together. It was really playing into their hands and.
Rubbing together. Crispy and JJEC are just having. They are rubbing each other like they're both wearing spandex pants in the gym. They are just.
And that was under safety car conditions as well. And
Crispy's not happy.
Yeah.
Crispy is not happy with what's going on. I don't know what it is, but he is furious with JJEC. He's trying to get the safety car glitch and trying to get him to give that position back. This is on my screen. I will be recording this footage. He is pushing him around. Yeah. Pushing him around Stavelot.
Yeah, seen there was a little bit of contact there as well. I thought a bit previous. Not sure what's happened under safety car there, guys. But let's cool it down a bit.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, there could be some damage there at some point. I wonder if Crispy may be about to jump into the pit lane. If there's any damage on that Ferrari,
yeah,
he is. Yeah.
So he's still got both end plates there on the car, but obviously suffering some damage. Let's see if we can bring it up quickly.
I wonder if we might see a retirement here in the pit lane, or is he going sitting at penalty? Oh, and that's not just 5 seconds. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so 5 seconds and a tyre change.
Yeah, man, I don't know what happened there. But,
so all action there. We can all get a bit hot under the collar in these racing league games. But we just gotta remember.
Like Elvis says, let's talk more action.
Yeah.
So. Yep. In this case, I think less safety car, more racing.
Yeah, definitely. But it is Spa. It is notorious for spitting drivers out, and has spit five drivers down. So everyone, if they can stay on track from here, everyone's bringing home a point at least today. But let's see who's going to stay clean of penalty points. Could be.
Well,
big deciding factor now, especially after they've been rebunched after the safety car. And just on with Leo, I can tell you Leo's kept it in between the lines at the moment. He's only sitting on one track extension warning. So if he can keep it cool, he's got a nice gap there now to Prince, who's technically in a P2, you would say. Should the guys to cross the line in current positions. So all happening here at Spa.
Here in Belgium, as we see the safety car is in this lap. Let's go racing again. Is it the second safety car or the first?
Second.
2 virtuals. It's second day.
Yeah, second full safety car and 2 virtuals, is it? I'm just on board here now with Prince, and Prince is also on a 1 warning only.
So can afford another one.
Can afford another one.
All right, let's just... I'm going to sit up in P2 on board with KLX, I think, for this restart. Backing it up again is G-Force in the Ferrari. Fantastic race from him at this stage. And it looks like he's gone. He's gone early.
Yeah, he has gone early.
Before the bus stop chicane. Oh, there's a lot of understeer there for G-Force too.
Cut Imanoob off a little bit. Back here with a Prince. Just a slight gap there's opened up between Imanoob and KLX. And this Prince puts the power down as he barrels down the road towards Eau Rouge. Up the hill they go.
Easy flat. Yeah. Oh gosh, that's a sketchy moment of the track, isn't it?
Sure it is.
Especially if you're on old hards or something, it's super dodgy.
Yeah, I was having some trouble there with my 18 lap mediums the other night, but we brought it home.
You wouldn't go hard through there on 18 lap mediums, would you? Take a wee bit of a lift just to make sure you don't die.
Yeah, just a wee little squiggle from the rear end as you get to the top of the hill, but she was good. But yeah,
nice. Oh, something's happened a bit further down. What happened there? There's a caution. Was that the Mercedes of Nick Thompson maybe having a moment there? I didn't actually see, but Crispy down on P13. Crispy not having such a good run at this unfortunate stage. I'm not sure what happened earlier. It'd be great to see what's going to happen in the steward's room after this.
Yep.
But they are concertinaing up now through the middle part of the second sector, coming now towards the third sector. He's has a look down the inside, but does not. There is a... Oh, JJEC gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
Yep.
These are what are going to make this race interesting, is the warnings and the penalties, I think. So JJEC up in P9 at this stage. 3 seconds puts him basically towards the back of the field. Let's just have a look at the interval here. Sorry. Leader, no. Interval, none. What's happening here? I've forgotten how to work this game.
Gap to the leader.
Gap to the leader is what I'm looking for. Thank you. 3 seconds would actually put him, towards the end of the field, just in front of Nick Thompson, if it finishes the way it does. But there's a few cars switching places now through La Source as well, and Extinct Body and Crispy all having a go too wide through La Source up towards Eau Rouge as well. On the battery they both go, and it is going to be too wide through Eau Rouge.
Did they touch?
Crispy just got the balls there to keep it flat. And G-Force, hey, if we have a look at the top of the field here, G-Force has been done by KLX. But that's not going to matter. I reckon G-Force isn't going to fight this because he's got Imanoob behind him with 3 seconds and KLX as well.
Yeah.
So all G-Force has got to do is finish in the top 3 within 3 seconds. And that is going to be all she wrote. Unfortunately, that is what's going to untie KLX's shoes for him, is that 3-second penalty. So plenty of battery on board for G-Force. Imanoob a little bit less, but KLX also running about half battery. So 3 to go, or 2.5 including this one. And we're just going to see now those softs start to drop off a wee bit, but as long as they can keep it on the black stuff, I'm pretty sure they should be fine.
Yeah, so Imanoob's having a great race here. Unfortunately, he's picked up that 3 seconds, but his teammate also having a great race. Gillard there in P6. Hasboy's doing well.
Oh, Brian Bromley's out. Also is Extinct. Where's that? That is Blanchimont. There it goes in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a caution.
I tried to.
That is a yellow flag. That is overtaken by Sloth F1.
Yeah.
Through a yellow sector. DRS has been enabled. I wonder whether that'll get looked at by the stewards. There were some cars going slow there to avoid the carnage.
Too late now for a safety car, of course, but
it is.
As these guys take us on our second last lap around. Prince on the rear now of Imanoob.
Yep, DRS will be wide open this time around. He's also burning a wee bit of battery there, just having a quick squeeze. So he is underway now. He will be looking at a P2 finish. G-Force has got back past KLX, which doesn't really matter. KLX, there's no point in pushing too hard for him. He's just got to keep it on the track. That 3 seconds is what he's got to worry about, which is going to put him down now towards probably P5 behind Gillard.
Yep.
If we can just go gap to leader and just have a wee look-see here.
Yeah, we put him in behind Gillard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to put him down the field quite a lot. which is just unfortunate. But track limits, of course, mate, around here are just horrible. Certainly coming through Puon, if you don't get the rotation of the car and you drift wide and stay on the power, it just gives you that penalty and it ruins your race. It's just an unfortunate, because it's such a high-speed corner, you're concentrating so much on keeping it on the track, and you're too scared to lift out of it just in case something happens. So you just take the penalty and away you go.
Yeah, you don't have much choice there. You just that bare lift will keep you within the track limits, but if you lift off too much, you're just losing too much time to the driver behind you.
Yep, and we've got, who's that? Is that an Alpine? Is that Sloth going slow through Stavelot? I think it is. He had a bit of a moment there.
Yeah, and he's lost the.
Actually went off the track earlier.
Yeah, he's lost the front wing. There he's minus the wing.
Oh, he has to. Yep. Yep. That thing looks like. Yep.
Yeah, it's in low drag mode.
It is definitely in DRS mode. Yes, 100%.
As he comes into the pit lane, but our leaders are on the final lap. So G-Force having another outstanding race here at Inters on a Sunday. So yeah, he's this is 2 great weeks for the Ferrari boys. Broseph must be ecstatic. I would say Broseff's now sitting back with a few cans and got the feet up, roaring at the monitor.
I reckon he will be.
He probably will
be sitting back with any cans, but he'll have something.
Will he be in comms with the boys there tonight? Or?
I don't know, actually. To be honest, he may be. I think he was actually a bit busy today, but
yeah.
I imagine he may be, and if he is, he will be cool, calm, and collected as he normally is, but secretly exploding inside like fireworks, knowing that G-Force, as we come now through Blanchimont, it is the final lap 22 here in Belgium, and a race that has been, I wouldn't say controversial, mate, but it's just been a little bit.
And Princess passed I'm a noob and on the charge for this last lap.
Yep.
So they come around the bus stop. And look at this for a finish.
Off the line. It is Ferrari P1, Prince P2 with that time penalty. And Calix has managed to hold on to P3. Still a podium finish, and Gillard's out. Oh, he's out before the start-finish line.
No way.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he...
Yep,
he
is.
Oh, that's a silly move.
Yeah, I think they came together.
Why did he do that?
I think he'd come together there with possibly Lorenzo Boy. I just cut a little bit off on stream, and then I unfortunately switched to another camera angle. So last car still out on track, coming around the bus stop is JJE. As he comes across the line.
Sloth F1 down in P13. He'll pick up P12, which is, of course, points. So just for sticking it out. Well done, Sloth. Well done, JJC. And all the boys down the lower end of the field there for just sticking it out. And for some reason, these guys are still trying to write their car off across the line, which... I'm just going to go out there and say it's quite unprofessional, but... that's just me. I just think that's not a good look for Tier 1. But anyway...
So the game is give
Nick Thompson.
Nick Thompson, driver of the day. Who was your driver of the day?
Oof, mate, I've done it. I'm not even sure. I'll just have to have a quick look at the standings. Just to sort of... My driver of the day... I'm going to have to take a picture of that. Can you... Oh, you just make sure you scroll through the results there, mate.
I will.
Ferrari
boys on the podium again. I don't know.
I mean, I'm a noob. P15 up to P4. That's a banger.
That is a banger.
And Lorenzbro from P16 up to P5. So, I mean, sure. I think I'm a noob had a really good race. To be honest, we sat on board with him a couple of times there. I think for me, I'm a noob was the consistent one. He did have a penalty there.
I won't disagree with that one. The extra point, the extra point in the Haas garage. But no, I'm a noob. Seriously, had a great race. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, seriously had a
just kept it consistent. I mean, KLX and the top 3 there they're always on point. But to go from 15 up to P4 and have such a nice clean. Apart from the penalty, which isn't really necessarily a bad thing, that's just pushing the limits. So for me, I'm going to go I'm a noob in the Haas as driver of the day, mate. We can put that in the chat. And did you want to risk getting them in here for an interview, or
yeah, let's get them.
Let's
Get them in. Yeah, we've got the audio working now probably, so it's not gonna pop off again. So should be all good. And then
okay, have they got the invite?
No, if you could shoot them a invite.
Let's just see what I can do. I don't know whether I am friends with some of them.
It should be if you go into the party chat and then you go to play game with.
Ooh, I don't know where that is.
So when you go search player and then go instead to go to search for a player, click to the right a couple of times.
What's that for? Is that for
inviting people?
Inviting.
Yeah, and then it's got the last couple of people that you've been in game with.
Oh, played together?
Yeah,
no?
Yeah, that's the one.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Ferrari boys taking it out, and I've noticed Broseph's been very happy in the chat. So let's go Ferrari from the TP of Broseph. Hopefully the guys are out there and they're listening, and Leo, KLX, and Prince can join us in the comms box.
I did send them a invite just now. We have got one. We have got Prince.
Prince, welcome to the comms box. Do you want to talk us through your race there, mate?
Hey boys. Oh goodness. Yeah, just crap really. Safety cars ruining the fun as usual. Yeah. Don't know what else to say, to be honest.
So we seen you started. You started on the alternate strategy. Was it going from the hards to the mediums? And how do you feel it worked for you?
Yeah, no, I think it was the right call. Just lacked pace in the last half of that stint pretty badly. But ultimately, when there's two safety cars in the back half, none of that even matters. Like, if you just stay alive, it doesn't even matter. So, yeah, it was alright. Just frustrating on my end, I suppose. Drove poorly and kind of just got screwed over in a couple of spots where it would have been nice to. Yeah, but that's alright. Like, the result was fine, so we could move on.
Qualified in P5. Is that sort of where you expected to be? Were you sort of running the higher downforce or the lower downforce?
No, that lap was trash. Just no confidence.
Yeah, we seen you out in a siding lap. We seen you out in a siding lap.
Fast in a straight line.
You thought I was fast in a straight line?
Oh, it seemed like it up the Kimmel Straight. You were just a bit quicker than a few cars. How do you feel about the pace of the car?
Well, that's interesting. Because I didn't feel that way. Unless people have got a limited battery. Yeah. Look, the lap was bad, but it was, it's still up there, so it was fine. I just need to stay in the train. I did that, sort of. I didn't quite do it, and it kind of cost me. Well, it would have cost me if the race had stayed green, but it didn't.
And were you pushing in the last few laps because KLX had that penalty? Did you? Obviously, you could see that on your screen. Were you just playing it safe and just making sure you got the car to the end of the race?
Look, if the second safety car comes out, I probably win the race easily because the stop's going to die. If I don't get held up by Noob for whatever reason, I don't know what he was doing, then it would have been closer because I would have had like 50% more battery to play with. But, I kept it together. Yeah, we brought it home. I don't know, it's just a bit. It was going to be a really interesting race, really, until the first safety car, and then it was just like, oh, whatever, we're just playing safety car RNG again. I nearly got killed by Duels as he binned it. That was funny. But yeah. Turn the safety car off. I would have really enjoyed to see, like, what would have happened. Because it was super close. Like, I was 4 seconds behind KLX, and he had 2 lap older tyres, and yeah, like that was set up for a great finish, but then just safety cars ruin it.
We are seeing a lot of safety cars in this new game. I think the settings seem to be a bit more sensitive than the last one for safety cars. You think that's the reason, or is it just everyone's getting used to the new game? We're seeing a lot of guys DNF that we probably wouldn't have seen in the last season as well.
Maybe. I think it's more just the likelihood of like the game has just changed and the likelihood of them coming out is greater, which is silly. I won't go into it. It's just shit. Because it's on reduced, so it should be reduced, not increased, and it's currently like increased.
But in saying that, though, the first couple of virtual safety cars were actually caused by relatively major incidents.
Yeah,
but
right.
I think maybe just because it's such a long track, it's such a long 7 point something or other kilometre track, maybe the marshals were able to clear it up earlier, and we just got VSC. So who knows?
I don't know. I don't mind the VSC. It's a good compromise. Just the safety car just ruins races because, the beauty of this game is that the tyre strategy is so fascinating. You can literally run everything. Like KLX was running soft medium, I was running hard medium, guys are running med hard. There's probably the other 3 strats running throughout the grid.
Yeah.
And, the safety car comes out and we've all pitted and it's just like, oh, we're just going to new tyres, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just boring. It would be nice if there was just more nuance and we just got to race it out so you had the best strats, so you had the best pace, But, no, anyway.
Fair enough.
That's just me venting. We shouldn't be talking about this.
That's okay. We might leave it there, Prince. Thanks for joining us in Scar Race Control tonight. Good race out there, mate. Well done on the P2. And we'll see you next week, probably on the podium. All right, so I think we also have maybe KLX in here, our P3 sitter. I've just seen him unmute his mic so he can hear us. KLX, unfortunate for the penalty there, mate. How did your race go for you?
Yeah, it was a solid quali got front row, so I was happy about that because I didn't think I was going to be able to do anything in quali. I think the rain maybe mix it up a bit, help me out a bit. Yeah, and then in the race I wanted to try something new, have a bit of fun, so I thought I'd chuck the softs on at the start. It was also the recommended strategy. It wasn't that creative, but I wanted to try something new. It worked kind of well. Obviously the safety cars, kind of ruined my undercut bit that I had going for myself on Prince and Dulls and Leo that I was building up, but that's the name of the game. So just bring it home from there. A bit angry with getting the penalty, to be honest, but so many places to get warnings on this track that I don't think it's been a issue on this game for me getting warnings. So to be honest, I was expecting a penalty at one point in that race, so I can't really lie on that behalf. So I was just about taking on the podium at that point in time after the late safety car that came out. It was fun though. Good racing with Leo and the rest of the lads behind me, so it was a fun race.
Nice. Yeah, because Prince talking about the fact that there was 3 different strategies going on. There was some hard to mid, soft to mid, and soft to hard going on. How do you feel about the different strategies in the race? Do you think it's the new game that really brings the strategies out, or do you think people are just sort of trying different things now?
No, I think in this game you can do so much different things that it can spice up the race so much. Obviously, as Prince said, safety cars are often gonna throw these strategies away. And that's how it works. Obviously, we probably don't want that as much. I think it would have been interesting to see in those last 4 laps before any safety cars came out to see what Leo would have done and Prince, see what they would have done after my undercut on that strategy that I had. But no, I mean that's how it goes. But no, it's been good with the strategy on this game, especially compared to previous games where it's just been the good old medium hard medium.
Yeah, plain and boring.
I mean, it just makes it a bit boring. Doesn't really. Then it's more on safety cars to spice up the strategy as opposed to the tires itself. Whereas on this game, I feel like it's the other way around. It's more safety cars that are throwing away the strategies. But that's how it works, right? So, I think we've had a race or two. I think it was Bahrain. We didn't have a safety car. That was interesting, but safety cars are also gonna happen, and sometimes they're actually quite good to have. Maybe in those last 2 laps, everybody pits on softs, and it just makes it fun, right? So that's just how it works. But it was good to try something new on the softs. Not sure that was a bit optimal strategy, but it was definitely interesting.
Speaking of ultimate, your pace seems to be ultimate in this new game. Why do you think that is? Is it to the traction of the game better suits your driving style, or what is it?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Of course, maybe it's because I took ABS off this game, so I spent a bit more time perfecting that, and maybe spending a bit more time on the game helped me with my pace too, and taking that assist off as well. Because driving with it on now feels terrible, but that's just how it works when you learn to take these assists off. But no, I don't know what it is. There's going to be games that are going to fit you driving style, and there'll be ones that don't. Maybe this one fits me a bit more, but ultimately it's all about whoever plays it the most is often going to be the one who's going to be quickest, or at least will improve if you play it a lot. So. It's a bit of a mix, to be honest.
That's actually great to hear. Something different. I hear from so many guys in the podium and comms box that have said they haven't put any laps in, and they never do. So good on you, mate. A great race, and you're having such a great season. Well done.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Marty, you still with me?
I sure am. Looks like we've got G-Force in the chat here too. We might try and wrap this up pretty soon.
Sure.
But G-Force, obviously, as a Ferrari man myself, it was great to see you right up there at the top, mate. Fantastic pace. That thing was just an absolute rocket ship. A beautiful looking car under the sunshine here in Belgium this afternoon. Talk us through a wee bit of your race. Did you feel the car was just on rails? It looked like it was.
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. Starting with quali, it was a pretty good lap. It's tough going from rain to wet to hit all your braking points, and especially because I'm going from having no racing line. Going from having racing line to no racing line. It's quite tricky for me because I'm not very used to it. But yeah, I think I'm slowly getting there with no line. Not quite where I was with line, but yeah, I'm slowly getting there. And,
so you don't use any assist at all?
No, not anymore.
And cockpit view or halo view?
Halo view.
Ah, yeah, nice. Okay. Because cockpit view is just impossible, right?
Yeah, BP is, I don't know, he does that. But, yeah. I think it went well. I just managed the race. I think if the safety cars didn't happen, I still would have been able to win probably, but I would have just been on way quicker tires and clicks and other guys. But yeah, the safety cars. Well, I don't know if they made it easier because they're all behind me on softs then, but then Clicks got a penalty, and then it was pretty much over then, to be honest.
Yeah, it really was, of course. So with Calix behind you with that penalty, it may have just eased up the pressure on you a little bit, of course, towards the final stages there. You guys were going back and forth just a wee bit. Of course, in the DRS zone, we saw you switch position for the lead of the race a couple of times there. Now, do you think that as the season progresses, the pressure from Calix may start to get to you? I mean, he's very quick. Of course, we just had him on. He thinks he's pretty fast, and looking at rapid in the season. How are you feeling for the rest of the season?
Feeling good. Yeah, he's quick, so he'll probably put on some pressure. And it does look easy, I guess, when you look at it. I'm just out front, but it's not. I'm kind of I get nervous pretty easily about races that don't really matter. So that's probably my biggest weakness. So if he keeps putting pressure on me, then I will get nervous.
Yeah, fair enough. Same as the rest of us. Excellent. All right, G-Force, thanks for joining us, bro. Well done on the win. Great points for Ferrari. Let's go. And I guess we'll probably see you Thursday maybe for practice, or we'll catch up with you during the week anyway.
Yeah, I got a league race on Thursday, so I can't.
Oh, okay, that's why I don't join. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I'll get that practice in before next weekend, brother. And we'll see you back on the track.
Well done, Leo. Great race, mate. Yeah, I think we should probably wrap it up there. Hey, Birdie, you can get back to necking them like pelicans. And,
Buckling up and necking up your pelicans. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't quite get a Marty B hot lap in there. Joined a bit late for that one, but that's okay. We'll get him next time. And shout out to Broseph, shout out to the admin team, shout out to Battlecat for the stats, shout out to you, bro. Excellent time in comms with you.
Yeah,
And,
thanks so much for jumping in and saving me, mate. Otherwise it would have been a long afternoon. I'd be curled up on a ball now. But yeah, it's a fun way to spend a Sunday evening. I'm watching these guys go around. I do apologise for the lack of sound and lack of comms at the start of the stream, but we got there eventually. Is the main thing.
If anybody wants to hear me yakking on, I can upload my footage because I saved it. If anyone wants to see that, let me know. Hashtag in the chat, and I can upload that to YouTube. If you just want to hear Marty B banging on about garbage for the first 15 laps, then you're welcome to it if you would like it. Other than that, I think it's probably time to wrap this up. And I think I may or may not be back on next week with Borosive Coop. So I guess in saying that, we'll see you in 7 days on Sunday. That's Marty B out.
Cheers, guys. It's Wayne. Until next week. Goodbye.